I'm Tom Tucker. Please don't adjust your sets. I've been sneezing all over the camera. That's right, the flu epidemic has officially hit Quahog. So for the rest of tonight's broadcast, my mommy will be spoon-feeding me chicken soup. Mommy?
Tommy?
Hey guys, I brought a sneeze home from school. You want to see it? No!
If I could save time in a bottle, the first thing that I'd like to do is to save every day till eternity passes away, just to spend them with you. If I could make days last forever, if words could make wishes come true.
Damn it, who's secretly an X-Man?
You know, I'm actually starting to not feel well.
Oh boy, guess we better line it up for butt temps. I'll go first and third.
Peter, you look okay. Would you mind going out and grabbing some medicine?
Okay, but if I get a DUI, it's your fault.
You drunk?
It's after dinner.
Take this. Go down. You really need to work on your everything.
So you've got some kind of disguise lined up, right?
Yep, all set.
Hope so. You'd be a little conspicuous just walking the streets.
Relax, Kev. I'll blend right in.
Yeah. Well, just get into the sewer system ASAP. Hopefully anyone who notices you will just mind their own business. You sure you want the K9000 there along for this one?
I had the good doctor make some adjustments along with the repairs. Remote piloting and AI wiping have been disabled. So yeah, I say let's throw him a bone.
Wordplay. My exoskeleton resembles a canine. Canines enjoy bones. I'm using on 2 levels.
Let's go.
Cyborg? Ese sombrero. ¿Qué?
Adios, amigos.
¿Viste? Qué raro, ¿eh? Hay que hacer que no lo vimos. ¡Vámonos ya!
It's right. I'm in the sewer system.
All right, let's get started. Your mission's to investigate the Desperado-affiliated research center somewhere in that area. According to the intel from our client, the lab's been dumping illegal waste into those sewers. FYI, they're also involved with the cartels in human trafficking. Allegedly, anyway.
This just gets better and better.
Tell me about it. We need you to infiltrate the lab and find out everything you can. Of course, you'll have to find it first. We still don't know the exact location.
So I'm looking for anywhere the lab might hook up with the sewers?
Yep. If they're actually dumping waste, they've got to link up somehow. Find that connection, sneak into the lab, and see if you can find evidence implicating them on anything.
No problem. Stealth's my specialty.
Right. Well, we'll see.
Do we have any idea what kind of research they're doing there?
Not really. Maybe something related to all the people they're trafficking.
Like experimentation?
It's possible. First things first, though. Find a way into that lab. Oh, right. It says here the locals say black crocodiles live in those sewers, so, watch out.
Black crocodiles? Could they be talking about UGs?
Maybe just an urban legend. But still, be careful.
I will scout ahead. You will provide backup.
Sir, yes, sir.
Commence operation.
Stay. Sorry, I couldn't find a sitter. So I ran some tests, and it's official. You all have the flu. But luckily, you got here in time.
Doc, this is very important. How long before she can make dinner again? I only know how to make eggs.
Oh, don't worry. Everyone should make a full recovery in a couple of days.
Okay, good. I can egg my way through that.
I actually wanted to talk to you, Peter. It's very rare that someone would be around so many infected people and not get sick themselves. So I went ahead and tested you, and I found something very interesting. Sadie, quiet. I'm right here. Rescues. Not worth it. Peter, you appear to have a very strong immune system.
Kegels.
What?
I don't know.
Anyway, this flu season has decimated the hospital, and we're severely short-staffed. How would you like to be a male nurse?
Do I get to wear those green pajama clothes all day?
Yes.
I'll do it. Wow, I've never helped anyone before. Well, except for that time I picked the last piece of bread.
Wow, you picked me.
Handle this! More practice. Master, I shall not lose.
Morning, family. I need breakfast. Stat.
Are you excited for your first day as a nurse, Dad?
I am, thanks. The next one. 4th of July? Say Christmas.
Christmas.
Eh?
Fainting couch Stewie, know what it looks like? I don't...
What do I do? As a nurse, it's important to know how every department in a hospital works. So today, I need you to observe surgery.
Boo! Boo! My sister can attach ventricles better than you.
Peter? What are you doing here?
I'm your nurse. So, what brings you in today, Mr. Quagmire?
Look, I don't really feel comfortable sharing my health problems with one of my buddies. Can I get a different nurse?
You're in a hospital, Glenn. Anything you say is private and confidential and legally protected by HIPAA.
Don't say it.
Hippopotamus. What's said here stays here. So what's your problem?
Okay, so I was at home watching Mrs. Fletcher.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty sexually driven show, and it kind of gets me going.
Right.
So I'm pretty revved up, and I decide to,
Sure.
And I don't have a prayer of finishing unless I kick it up a few notches, like weird notches.
Uh-huh.
So I look over at my side table, and I see the Apple TV remote, and I think, well, that could work.
Right.
Before I know it, I've got 6 Apple TV remotes taped together and my foot behind my head.
Got it.
And just as I get everything...
Okay.
Mrs. Fletcher ends, and Watchmen starts,
Wow.
which scares me, but now it's too late because everything's,
Oh, my stars.
Hold on a second, I got a text.
Training station.
What do we got?
Suspected heart attack. He's not breathing. No pulse.
I can save him, but we gotta move fast. Give me 20 cc's of Music Factory. Clear.
Everybody dance now!
Again. Clear.
Everybody dance now!
Clear.
Everybody dance now!
You did it. Great work. Don't thank me. Thank silly 90s songs. What do we got?
Head injury. He got knocked down.
We'll get him up again. I need 2 milligrams of chumba and 1 of wumba.
FBI, open up!
¿Estás bien?
What you say?
Oh.
Me a Guyanese from Guyana. You speak English?
Yeah, I'm from America. Call me Ryden.
Me name George, like Georgetown.
George.
And just like all damn America president.
Yeah. So what are you doing here?
Me? What the rest of you do here? You lose the map of Ninja Hideout, Ninja Man?
No, I'm looking for bad guys.
Damn skunter research lab.
You know about it?
Me know me now go back. Hey, you're not one of them skunt, nah? Nah, I guess you're alright. If you're a cyborg, you know who they is?
Sort of. What happened to you?
Oh, me been live on the street, rake and scrape for a bob, nah? Then this good need dressed like the mafia say, hey boy, you want a job? What the worst gonna happen, nah? But that mother scum don't put me on a ras boat. They pack us all a big old dirty container. Next thing we know, we here at that zombie lab.
All kids? Like you?
Yeah, a lot of boy. But then me been over here what them skunt wanna do. Snuff us out. And got all the organ.
So you ran?
Uh-huh. Is she me not a bad-ass robot ninja man, same as you? Me been strongest cyborg ever. Warlock all them phantoms in black clothes that eye pass me.
Starting to sound like a bad guy yourself.
Just playing, nah? Me done plenty bad thing. But me not kill no man. Nah, never.
Good.
We tried to warn the boy. I say, IOD's brain gonna get cut out. Run your ass out of there. But them boy with me no understand. They like Spanish or something. So me the only one for escape. Then that machine come after me and...
And I know the rest. George, I need every detail about how you escaped.
Oh.
So the kid got into the sewers through a drainage channel?
Yeah, he says the channel is super tight, but there's some kind of shutter next to it.
Got it. That must be where they dumped the waste.
There's something else. It sounds like a Desperado exec was on site yesterday. If a Sentry Cyborg was on hand for the meeting.
You should be able to review their video log, provided you can find a server access terminal. That would give us the evidence we need, as well as a little peek at the level of their technology. So what about the kid?
I made sure the area was secure and told him to sit tight. Can you pick him up?
Sure. I'll send a couple agents for him. You just focus on getting into that lab. If what he said is true about the organs, we need to hurry.
Agreed. Riding out.
The most burdensome members of our society and simply remove them. Why, I had no reason to be envious at all. And how else would I react? But regardless of your ignorance, I promised you a fee for your services. No, that's all right. My, you're really quite primal, aren't you? In any event, while I'm deeply grateful for the peace of mind you've brought me, I will need some solitude to fully bask in it. Chief... Yup, now...
We got a camera backstage.
Jeez, what's wrong with you? We usually start fighting.
I'm dying, Peter.
Oh. Let me close your privacy curtains to make you more comfortable. That feel better? I'm sorry, Dr. Hartman, but I can't help this patient. We're really big rivals.
Peter, if I only helped people I liked, everyone in this hospital would be dead. Just do what I do. Help them out, then angry, footloose dance out your frustrations.
Dr. Hartman, please report to cardiology. Dr. Hartman?
I gotta go.
This must make you pretty happy. Seeing me like this.
I took too much ecstasy in my 20s, so nothing makes me happy anymore. What's wrong with you, anyway?
Bird flu.
But there's a vaccine for that.
Yeah, loaded with mercury and antifreeze. No, thank you.
I knew I hated you for a good reason.
This is probably for the best anyway. There's nothing left for me in this world. I lost my job. I lost my house. My wife left me for a bigger cock.
Cocks are chickens.
I'm better off dead.
Oh, that's sad. I agree. I guess that means I win, huh?
I guess so.
It's, kind of anticlimactic. I always thought it would end with me eating you for Thanksgiving. Wait, birds eat people on Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Huh. Cool. Well, a win's a win, even if it's like this. And it's too bad. I had an awesome line I was going to say when I finally beat you.
Oh, yeah? What was it?
Oh, it was a good one.
Say it.
Jeez.
I gotta go.
You get 5 minutes to say goodbye to your father.
Sup, Ernie?
Holy moly, that's a huge cock.
You gotta believe this one's over. What a stomp. Good grief. Oh, jeez. Oh! Nailed it. Oh, nasty impact. That kick will stop you in your tracks. What a stomp. Good grief. Looks like he's starting to tire. He needs to find a way to get on the offensive, guys.
I don't think he was properly prepared for the dangers of a...
Put you right to sleep.
No doubt about that one. Let me tell you, the human body was not meant to be slammed like that.
Batista! What a spear from the animal! That should do it. Ooh, what impact!
I can't believe Dolzaev blew himself up.
Pretty common terror tactic. You don't usually see the leaders doing it, though. It's one thing to get your flock pumped up on the glory of dying for the cause, but it's not often they actually go through with it themselves.
You gotta have a public face, after all. The guy who gets to claim responsibility on the evening news.
In a weird way, Dolzaev showed some serious dedication. Not that I'm about to praise him for it.
Yeah, still a terrorist.
All that explosion did was put a dent in Abkhazia's budget. More Russia's, really. They're the ones rebuilding the refinery. The coup didn't work out. He couldn't overthrow the government. He was barely a blip on Russia's radar.
So, you're saying the bombing didn't accomplish any of his goals? He did it just because he was cornered? Sounds more like just plain suicide.
Warriors like the samurai just gives them a bad name. Pity.
Still not something to be commended for, though.
Yeah. Lumping him in with true warriors like the samurai just gives them a bad name.
I hope she didn't get to you. Wanting to protect the weak that's worth striving for.
Don't worry. I've heard more than a few supervillain spiels in my time. Hell, that's not gonna change me.
I'm glad to hear that, Raiden.
Yeah, thanks. Riding out.
I can't believe what they're doing in there. Guess I shouldn't be so surprised, huh?
Guess not.
Are you gonna help them?
No other choice.
I'll try to help look for someplace that might take them in.
Thanks.
Least I can do. Did you want to save your data? By the way, I didn't know you spoke Spanish.
I've got the U.S. Army to thank for that. I was in a group called Foxhound, although it doesn't exist on paper. We were isolated from the other soldiers. Day after day of VR training.
I heard about that.
It's not like it was all VR, though.
The Afghan village?
They built a mock urban area on a base in Louisiana for training purposes. It was a hell of a lot more realistic than the VR training we had.
Sure been checking in with Courtney a lot, Raiden.
So, I'm just trying to help her figure out the job.
You sure that's all it is? I know your wife's not around, but let's keep it professional, okay?
That's all it is, Kev. Wait, you don't have a thing for her, do you? You are the one who got her into Maverick in the first place.
Nah, she's not really my type.
Why not? She's nice enough.
Well, I guess it's the small things. Her area is a mess. She's always spilling stuff or stealing food off my desk.
Kev, those really are small things.
Well, more importantly, I guess I just assumed she was taken.
Really? I don't know. Somehow I doubt it. A serious boyfriend would not be happy with their girl going into this business. Why don't you ask her?
Oh, come on, man. I could get sued for harassment.
I guess you gotta be pretty careful under U.S. law.
You don't mess around with it, man.
Well, it does make a convenient excuse for you anyway.
Listen, why don't you worry less about me and more about your family and the mission, okay?
I already told you, Kev. And he cut the codec on me. Nice.
You put Walt Disney in the Sears program?
Those were cyborg brain casings.
Duh, we saw.
George said they were harvesting organs from kids.
Yes, this must be why they are trafficking children. Perhaps other organs are being sold elsewhere, but they are definitely taking their brains.
Jesus, are they making these kids into cyborgs?
Wait, the cyborgs you've been fighting, did they seem like they might be kids? You said earlier that child soldiers have a telltale approach to combat.
Yeah, but I didn't see it here. Those weren't kids.
So, what? Desperado's just doing the surgeries there?
We've got to do something about all those brains. And the other kids George was talking about. He just escaped a few hours ago. They couldn't have taken all their brains out that fast.
True. There could still be a bunch of kids they haven't touched yet.
I better move.
I can't believe they're extracting children's brains. Can't we do anything?
I don't know. That's something I need to discuss with Doc, able to get the brains out of here.
Yeah, you better hurry. Oh, but maybe you should save first.
Chris, no footsie under the table. It's disturbing.
Good evening, family. Champagne?
Maybe open that face. My eye! What are we celebrating? Is our IRS audit finally over?
Sure, we wish. Also, we have to put a desk in the garage and the attic. Every room needs a desk. Our house has to be more office than living space. Anyway, this champagne is to celebrate my victory over the giant chicken. I saw him at the hospital today. He's dying, which means our great feud is finally over, and I won.
What feud?
Wait, Peter and the giant chicken?
Who?
The giant chicken. Come on, everybody knows we have a feud. It's like Bart and Sideshow Bob.
Ooh, I love the Bart and Sideshow Bob feud.
Multiple episodes over multiple seasons.
An ongoing storyline with a classic guest star played by television legend Kelsey Grammer.
Giant chicken is classic.
Who plays him?
Danny Smith.
Who?
Danny Smith. Anyway, I won. Another bottle?
You're the only one.
Ow!
My eye!
The giant chicken is really dying? Aren't you gonna help him? You're a nurse. You took an oath.
Actually, I didn't. I don't get paid, and they don't even validate my pocket.
What about a GoFundMe? We're white people. That seems like the natural response.
No, Lois, I'm not helping him. He's my enemy. He gave me a bad coupon in what online idiots say was our best season. Unforgivable. And I say good riddance. Another bum?
That's me.
You dick!
You need him, Peter. Everyone needs a rival. Wilt had Russell, Bird had Magic, LeBron has his hairline.
Oh, basketball?
I know hair-related sports things. Hate is the most important emotion in life next to love. When you have someone to hate, you have something to live for. Someone to be at something. I have blue Subaru 8CXX475. It stole my spot in a Target parking lot on Black Friday 3 years ago, and I've carried a D battery in my pocket every day since. This is either gonna break a windshield, teeth, or in a perfect world, both. And the thought of that car somewhere out there gets me up every morning. Vengeance is a powerful alarm clock. If the giant chicken dies, a part of you dies too, Peter. And you're gonna be searching for something to fill that void the rest of your life.
That's good, Lois, but I'm not helping him.
Helping who?
The giant chicken.
Oh yeah, your big rival.
Doc, they're VR training those kids' brains.
Indeed, much as one might expect. Simply installing someone in a cyborg body does nothing to enhance their neural acuity. True combat efficacy requires the right knowledge and the right operant conditioning.
Yeah, but this isn't just normal army training. This is the Sears program.
Indeed, the instructor sends data directly into the brain. The experience is almost impossible to discern from real life.
No, Doc. I'm not talking about the VR tech. The training program's completely different.
It is only VR, Raiden. They are not actually hurt.
Well, right. That's because they don't have bodies to get hurt with. But they still feel pain. Without that, it just isn't realistic enough. That, and with this training, you're the one doing the killing. Not just the soldiers, innocent people, POWs, civilians.
I see. So that is what the Sears program is.
Yeah. Look, I gotta move. Out.
against you.
If they'd already started putting those kids through VR training, is it possible I'm actually fighting some of them here?
From the sound of things, the VR program had only just gotten underway. The brain can only process so much stimuli at once. Full training program in such a short time.
Yeah. Most of my training in Liberia was on the field. But it took a few months before I was in any way useful in combat.
Indeed. I suppose you'd know more about how child soldiers fight than the rest of us here, Raiden.
Yeah. I guess I'd be able to tell if they were children. Kids do fight differently from adults.
How is Wolf faring?
Hard to say just yet. Seems like he's doing okay.
Good, good. I'm so pleased my repairs were effective.
He seems happy enough, but I don't know. Can a machine really be happy? Maybe he's just being directed by his programming to behave that way.
And what is wrong with that? If something you do for someone else is appreciated, it makes you happy. It's a perfectly normal reaction, one that applies whether you're man or machine, and whether or not you have intelligence.
I guess so.
When you watch a film, does it not make you happy when good things happen to the heroes in the end?
I'm not seeing the connection.
Well, those heroes are not really happy. They're just following a script written by someone else. The actors have human intelligence, but the characters themselves do not. It is a facade, an imitation, and yet we still feel an emotional connection. It does not matter that it is make-believe. Now, I certainly don't know whether the AI you encountered in the past was neural or not. But Wolf most certainly is. And with a neural AI, it is not so simple as working off a set computer program. You can define intelligence however you like, but personally, I see no reason not to say Wolf has it. It possesses a neural AI structurally similar to the human brain. It has learned enough of the world around it to be capable of human speech. Truly, an astounding artificial intelligence is at work here. One, I suspect, could make for substantial business opportunities given the chance. Think of the possibilities, Raiden. What do you think a truly intelligent AI could do for the world?
I'll let you know if I think of anything. Raiden out. Wolf? You're a one-of-a-kind prototype, right?
Correct. I was originally conceived as a weapon to replace humans and cyborgs. Conversation and intelligent decision-making were deemed essential to the role. The project was eventually cancelled after 3 years in development.
Why?
I have intelligence, but I lack a specific quality inherent to humanity. Brutality. I am not human, thus I lack the brutality inherent to humanity.
But what's he want with you?
Unknown. A manifestation of his sense of humor, perhaps. As a machine, I am more sensitive to my fellow man than an actual fellow man. This amused him.
Guy has an odd sense of humor. So, you were under Mistral's command all this time?
I originally took orders from Sundowner, but not for long. Was the company of dogs. She demanded 100% obedience. As long as it was given, she treated me well.
She was looking for companionship?
That I cannot say. I still have relatively little communication experience with humans.
How about how Desperados operated?
I was at the lowest possible tier of information disclosure. As a machine, I had no contract and no rights. I was kept in the dark. My knowledge is no deeper than what is already generally hands. Those are necessary to operate a keyboard.
Yeah, but you are a computer.
It is not so simple. There are protocol issues.
Did you have contact with anyone besides Mistral?
I engaged in tandem field operations with Raiden. Ambulatory unmanned gears detected in sewer network.
What? Desperados already spotted us?
Negative. These UGs are not engaged in proper perimeter security. Even were the lab anticipating our assault, they would not set up patrols down here. It is too far from the lab to be effectively guarded.
So what are they doing down here?
Judging by their behavior, I believe they are gathering AI behavioral learning data.
Meaning?
With neural AI, there is no delineation between hardware and software. You cannot simply extract the learning data from one AI and insert it into another. In order to prepare a UG's AI for deployment, each must learn its duties on an individual basis.
So they're using a Mexican sewer as their training ground?
No, it would be impractical to implement on-the-field training for every AI in their force. In most cases, AIs are fed simulated data sets, plus feedback based on their chosen actions. Put another way, they engage in VR training.
So then why are they here?
I believe they are collecting data to improve upon their VR training code. To build a better VR regimen, they must go out in the field to experiment and gather data. It is probable they are using the sewers to help improve their AI's behavior in enclosed spaces.
That's the sort of subcontracting work this lab does?
It appears likely.
Oh, great. And here I was hoping the worst we'd have to deal with is toxic waste.
Say, Raiden, where'd you get that hat you were wearing?
The sombrero? Well, picked it up at a souvenir store here. I guess I just kind of like the design. Also, when you're on a scout mission, it's vital that you use the local attire to blend into the background.
Yeah. I think it looked pretty good on you. You looked like some kind of mariachi singer.
Oh, you think so?
Yep. Only that's kind of a problem too.
How so?
Well, I mean, that sombrero really is meant to be part of a mariachi costume. Mexicans don't wear hats like that normally.
Come on. The guy at the shop told me I'd look just like a local.
Yeah, a local tourist maybe. Look, you might see a lot of Mexican men wearing sombreros during their daily routines, but, nothing like that. They'd go for something a lot more simple and compact. Something not all that different from cowboy hats in the Old West.
Are you sure?
I don't know if it's true or not, but I have heard one theory about the modern cowboy hat. They say it's based on the sombreros the original Western settlers brought from Mexico. Of course, cowboy hats come in all shapes and sizes, so you can't really say a specific one's the cowboy hat.
Huh. Well, now I know why the locals were so eager to get a look at me.
That wasn't the hat. By the way, Raiden, have you ever eaten nopalitos? They're typically called nopales.
Huh. Oh, like that street vendor was selling. And watery?
Not at all. It's kind of like the flesh of aloe vera leaves, or the seaweed used in Japanese cooking. It's got this really soft but crunchy texture.
I had no idea.
Tell me about it. I got hooked after Boris took me to this one Mexican restaurant. After that, I just had to learn more about them. Ooh, for example, they're really low in calories. They also have lots of soluble and insoluble fiber, which not only promotes digestion, but is great for maintaining healthy cholesterol and blood pressure levels. It's even thought to help prevent intestinal cancer. It's packed with healthy stuff too, like vitamins B and C, potassium, and iron.
Okay, I get it. It's good for you. So how does it taste?
Huh? I just told you.
Never mind. Probably can't capture any food down here anyway. Not that I'd need to. My muscles run on fuel cells, and I've got enough blood sugar to keep my brain running for another week.
Well, you can still eat though, right?
Yep.
So, how about we all go out for Mexican once you're done? Food's a lot more than just an energy supply, you know? It's meant to be enjoyed.
With that, I agree. You know much about Guyana, Courtney?
Not really. I know the name, but don't ask me anything about what it's like.
You mean you haven't even tried the food?
No research trips this time. Besides, who knew we'd be running into any Guyanese here? I'm looking now, though. Looks like a lot of their diet is seafood. It's a small coastal nation, so it's probably easy to get fresh fish across the whole country. A lot of their dishes use Indian spices. That's where a lot of their immigrants come from.
Fish with curry, huh? Sounds tasty. But maybe you could finish reading all about the food there after the mission.
Huh? Oh, it just, came up while I was reading up on Guyana in general.
Right. Well, let me know if you find anything actually useful.
It just popped up in the search results, I swear.
Boris, we've got kids being held inside this lab. I'm getting them out of there.
Copy that. I will discuss with NGO what to do with them afterward.
What are you thinking?
Well, this is difficult. I imagine these are homeless children, taken from streets. Likely they have no home to return to. But we cannot dump them back on streets. We could look for adoptions in the US, but some of these kids may be criminals. Could be drug addicts, HIV positive. Not so easy to find homes. Them in an institution until they grow up. But this has issues as well. Most are already past capacity. Millions more are dying. I imagine this is why rescue was not part of our contracted mission. The human rights NGOs, they know they can't rescue them all. They must take a wide view. Now, rescue the children. We'll worry about the fallout later.
Copy that.
Right. I said earlier this is an infiltration mission. First, that would be a gray area. Keep your hands off all non-combatants. That would violate international law, not to mention morals of company.
I hear you. How are things back in Abkhazia?
Thanks to the full efforts of the workers, power was restored in just 2 days.
Just wish I could have stopped him.
Impossible without a sniper. And in our focus on anti-cyborg combat, we were unprepared. Thankfully, other than financial losses, few Abkhaz citizens were seriously affected. The plant workers had already been evacuated, and most were hired back on to rebuild the refinery. We received payment and are not being blamed for the suicide blast.
Good to hear.
We can hope, but it is doubtful. We still do not know who is supporting them. Even if we shut Desperado down entirely, their backers could simply hire some other PMC.
Whoever it is, you really think they're interested in the pipeline?
Profiting off the BTC pipeline. Whoever is behind it, they may be too big for a simple security firm like us to do anything.
Yeah, one thing we do know, though, is that Sundowner's more than just a pawn in all of this. We need to watch him. Trafficking or not, we need to stop their operation here.
Find the evidence, and perhaps we can do that. And Tovarich, be careful.
It's important to remember, as with any WWE Battle Royal, that a superstar is eliminated when they go over the top rope and both feet touch the floor. Six-man Battle Royals have been used over the years to determine everything from who the #1 contender is for a WWE Championship to who will be a certain entry number in the Royal Rumble match. Six-man Battle Royals have made for some exciting moments on both Raw and SmackDown. To your point earlier, Corey, it's important to superstars to remember that just because there are a fewer number of competitors in this Battle Royal, the rules for elimination unless for victory are the same. Oh, they're exactly the same, Michael. And here's something else that's the same as a traditional 20, 30, or 40-person Battle Royal. It's dangerous. The Battle Royal remains one of the most dangerous types of matches in sports entertainment today. A superstar needs to look over both shoulders.
You meet him, Peter.
I haven't been home in years.
Oh my God! Lois was right! I have to help him! I pushed too far!
There's your winner, folks. The last competitor standing. Very nicely done. And you could tell it took every ounce of energy in that body to pick up that last elimination. Very nicely done. Thank you for tuning in tonight, folks. We hope you enjoyed that great match.
Titan, I found something. In one of the Sentry Cyborg's visual logs. Guess who shows up?
Patch it through.
Right away.
Then send us what you do have. We've already commenced the outbreak. The Sears program? Yep. Same one old Georgie boy used on the kids in Liberia. Of course, it's wiped straight to the brain now. Feels as real That's astonishing. And your work is late. We need to ship before our cover is blown. We've got some assholes snooping around.
We just do not have the full quantity yet. Each brain has its own unique requirements. It's not like we can just pop them out with an ice cream scoop.
All right.
Make your point. Oh, thank you for understanding.
Send what you have now. I'll destroy any unharvested inventory.
Yeah? But have you any idea what they cost?
Last I checked, children weren't exactly rare in the part of the world. Millions of them, in fact. You can get more once we set up a new lab. They lead lives of hunger and pain. We're performing a service here for them and the cities they burn.
But just gathering the donors requires a significant investment.
Yes. You'll get the money. Accounting will be in touch.
Gracias. I assure you we will dispose of our inventory the instant we can confirm payment.
Are we done here? I've got a full slate today. Tecumseh is a demanding mistress, and America has suffered long enough.
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Let me see you out.
You see that, Kev? Imani's killer.
Desperado's chief of operations goes by Sundowner, the Californian wildfire.
The kids.
Think we're too late?
Only one way to find out. George was still alive. Maybe the payment hasn't come through yet.
Maybe. But you heard what he said. They've already started some brains on VR training.
There must be more than just what I found here. What about the VIP in the suit?
I'll find out. You definitely seem familiar.
Right. I'm going after the kids.
Bad news, right? We can't find George.
What?
Maybe the coordinates you sent us were off?
No way. I merged the GPS location of our entry with all my movement data from that point on.
This is bad.
You think they got to him first?
I don't know. I'll have our guys sweep the area.
Thanks. I better keep moving.
It looks like he's in a state of fucking meditation. Let's leave him there.
Time of death, Bob.
808.
I know numbers. It's just been revoked. I think he uses that wrong a lot. Come on, you gotta live, damn it! I need you! You do have something to live for! Me! You hate me, remember? Remember!
Aren't you gonna do something? He's punching a dead patient.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Good idea, number 47. Fight Club, but with hospital people.
You saved me? Why?
Because I hate you. Every day I wake up not knowing if you're gonna come out of nowhere and punch me in the face. I flinch every time a door opens. I look over my shoulder every time I bend down to tie my shoes. And I flip my porch light on every night before I go to bed just to see if you're standing there. Do you have any idea how exciting that is? So I didn't save your life because I like you. I saved it because I hate you.
I hate you too, Peter Griffin.
You can give him his medicine now, Dr. Hatman. You haven't been giving him his medicine? Nah, I'm scared of needles, so I've been faking all my nursing. This guy's nuts.
The cover, and this one's history. What a win. Now let's take a look back at some of the great action.
here is your winner, Mark Cruz.
Well, that one was over before it even started.
That was simply a case of one guy determined to prove his dominance over another.
It'll be interesting to see the fallout following this big singles win here tonight.
I knew I'd seen that guy before. Stephen Armstrong. As in Colorado Senator Stephen Armstrong. They're already talking about him as a shoo-in for the nomination in 2020. And get this. 2 years ago, a federal grand jury investigated his ties to a certain private...
World Marshal. One of the biggest PMCs out there. I remember.
The biggest, ever since the Big Five split up. Not to mention the single largest investor in military cyborg R&D in the world. Guess that answers the question of who's backing Desperado.
Marshall and Desperado in bed together. Should make for some fun headlines.
Headlines? This is World Marshal and a U.S. Senator we're talking about. There won't be any headlines. Even without the Patriots filter, no major media outlet will investigate allegations like these. It'd be financial and political suicide.
So we just what? Sit back while they keep carving up kids, stand aside while they build an army of cyborgs? You heard them. We shut down one lab, they build another. They're planning something big, Kev. We can't just wait for it to happen. We need to hit them first and hit them hard where it counts.
No, Raiden, no. I know what you're thinking, and just know. Colorado is in America, and America has these things called laws.
And law enforcement in Denver was privatized and farmed out to...
Marshall, yes, so what? There are still laws, and it's their headquarters, for Christ's sakes. You'd be heading right into the heart of a raging shitstorm.
I didn't say it would be easy. We'll figure it out once the kids are safe.
Jesus Christ. Kevin, out.
Shit!
Hey, stop right there!
George!
Raiden!
You've heard of chloroform? A potent anesthetic in smaller doses. But breathe too much of it? And adios, muchachos! Break that glass, and I'll blow his brains out! Surrender! What decide? The needs of the many, or the needs of the few?
Raiden, don't worry about me now.
Quiet, pendejo! Surrender! I won't ask again.
George, are you sure?
I'm ready. Me life now so precious. Jane, what if we can take this Scott to hell with me?
Cállate!
That's all I needed to hear.
Stop it! Now!
amplifies its beauty as with life.
This should be a good fight.
Good.